I'm chronically single because I'm chronically unimpressed with men. And if you would have told me at 18 that at 28 I still would have never had a boyfriend, I probably would have fell to my knees, throwing up, crying, ready to off myself.
That boy $10 go crazy.
Today we got a video about a woman who's chronically single. Now, if you ask me, she's chronically single because of herself. Nobody else is doing this to her. You can say maybe it's the area that she's in, there's not a lot of good options, or the options that are approaching her are not good. But regardless, this has something to do with you, not necessarily everybody else. I haven't even seen this video yet, but I know for a fact that she's gonna be saying this from the perspective of these men are supposed to approach me, and the types of men that approached me are not good. And ma'am, to that, I would say you need to start approaching men then. If you've been chronically single forever and you really want a man, a husband, a boyfriend, whatever, you might have to start doing the approaching and or start surrounding yourself by quality men, not just men that you see on the street or at the workplace. You might have to go to a library. You might have to go to a certain particular grocery store. You might have to go to a college campus. It just depends. And I would say everything comes down to your energy, the type of energy that you just put out into the world, the way that you dress, the way that you walk, the way that you talk, the way that you carry yourself. Whatever it is that you got going on, that's attracting the wrong men. But hey, let's see what she has to say.
I'm chronically single because I'm chronically unimpressed with men. For years, never having a boyfriend used to be like my biggest insecurity. I'll be 28 next week, never had a boyfriend. And if you would have told me at 18 that at 28 I still would have never had a boyfriend, I probably would have fell to my knees, throwing up, crying, ready to off myself, because I genuinely used to believe that something was wrong with me. I used to genuinely believe from the bottom of my heart, something must be wrong with me. If all of my peers seem to be dating, seem to be getting boyfriends, having relationships, and now at my age getting engaged, something must be wrong with me if I'm not doing that, right? And I realized over the last few years after going out on dates, doing the dating apps, situationships, and guy approaches you at a bar, all the shit, right? Just other than boyfriend, girlfriend. As I've gotten older and done that, I've realized that men don't know how to date. They don't. It's a very small, like 1 out of every 750,000 men know how to date. They know how to plan a date. They know how to talk to women. They know how to approach women. They know how to hold a conversation. Just the most basic, bare minimum things. I feel like bare minimum is still too high of a bar. Like it is just, it's how to be a human in a way. Like they don't know how to do that.
Based on what she said, she told on herself. She's the problem. I know that's a very elementary way to go about it, but when you go take a look at her TikTok and the types of videos that she posts, you can tell that she has a certain expectation of man and she wants a specific type of man. It's all over her TikTok, go see. And the type of man that she wants is not approaching her, and that's what she has a problem with. It's not because the men are approaching her are bad or they don't know how to date. It's simply she's not interested in them. And these dudes that do approach her and she does take up on a one night stand like she said, or dating apps, or even a situationship, they're not what she wanted to begin with. So her expectations are already basically out the window. She's just doing it to feel something at this point. And if you paid attention to what she was saying, she also mentioned something. It seems that she was single and had no action probably until like 23, 24, 25. So in that time when she was constantly wanting to get with a man, chronically single, she was hearing these stories from her friends, how they were going through breakups, how they were going through situationships. And so she took that all in stride and was like, I'm going to relate their stories and their situations to my own, or what their expectations are now because they went in and out of a relationship. I'm going to have those same expectations for myself, when she never even had any experience. So when she did get into a relationship, when she did start dating, when she did start talking to men, there was this weird standard and expectation when she never even dated before. Go back and watch that first part. She exposes herself that she doesn't even know she wants in a man. She just has this idea. If you're a guy or a girl, this is why sometimes you just can't listen to dating advice from just anybody. Not your friends, not your family. Just because they can give you advice doesn't mean that they should, because it's not always correct. And in this situation, I can guarantee that she was taking so much dating advice from her friends when she was single and never had a dude, that when she finally got motion, all the little stories that her friends told her over the years about men, she just kept that in her brain and started projecting that onto the men that she was dating and talking to. Think about it like this. Imagine you're a dude and your best friend is like 25. He's never been with a girl before, never even had a girlfriend, never even slept with a woman. He's hearing all this dating advice and dating stories from all the dudes that he hangs around with. And finally, once he gets into a relationship or talks to the first girl ever, he's already jaded. He already has this mindset like this girl's gonna cheat on him. He already has this mindset like this girl is for the streets. Basically, that's what's happening with this woman, just the opposite.
I should not be questioning my self-worth over the fact that men fall short in something. You know what I mean? And to be fair, it took me years to come to this conclusion. So I totally get that there are a lot of women and girls out there who still struggle and are still questioning themselves and their self-worth and have a lot of self-doubt over this, because it being chronically single at a young age will you up. It will. And honestly, as you get older, it will continue to you up until honestly I was about 26 when I came to this conclusion. But it used to be a huge insecurity for me, and now that I've been able to kind of pinpoint what the issue is in dating, I'm like, why the fuck should I feel insecure about this? And just to be clear, even though I'm chronically unimpressed with men, I do mourn the fact that I've never experienced true romance. Like, that is something that I long for in a way, but kind of like in the way of a little girl longs for Prince Charming. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, it's like a fantasy, you know, like I just don't truly believe that's out there. You know, I never say never, but it's not something that is actively bothering me in my life anymore.
This is so weird, just twisted logic. She's basically saying, I'm insecure because there are not enough good men out here to date me and to treat me and to be romantic with. What are you even talking about? How self-centered and delusional do you have to be where you're feeling guilty that not enough men stack up? Do you not see that you're the problem? I don't know why she just doesn't want to accept that she doesn't stack up to the competition. That's all it comes down to. Most people need that realization. As a dude, the reason why you can't get girls or the girls that you want is because you're not good enough. You're ugly. You don't take care of yourself. You don't carry yourself with confidence. As a woman, it's probably because you have a promiscuous past. You talk to every single dude, or the way that you carry yourself is just very masculine, and most men don't want that. I don't know why people don't want to self-reflect and have some type of self-awareness about themselves where they try to understand the third person's point of view on how you sound and how you look. Where is this mentality coming from where other people are supposed to accept you as you are? That's insane. You as an individual are not going to accept that person as they are. So why should you expect them to accept you? I don't want to be with no girl who's broke, who's ugly, who don't take care of herself, who's promiscuous. And I'm not going to stand there or be in a relationship to help her better herself. That's not my job. That's not my responsibility. Now, it depends. If a person has potential, then so be it. But 9 times out of 10, no one's going to give you that grace. And that's the way it should be, to be honest. We should be doing the best that we can every single day, not for somebody else, but for ourselves. And when other people see that, it makes sense why they would want to be with us, because we're handling business.
It's refreshing. It's also a bit disappointing, but I feel like I have peace to just move on now. And just to be clear, I am in no way invalidating women's experiences who don't have the same mindset as me, because I get it and I agree with everything I've seen. It is almost like a humiliation ritual to constantly see some of your friends bounce in and out of relationships like that, but it's damn near impossible for you, right? It's frustrating, and I feel like jealous isn't the right word, but it is a shitty feeling overall, right? So I get it, and I've agreed with every single take I've seen. It's a shitty feeling, and I hope that, I don't know, it sucks, and hopefully this video helps someone. Also, a lot of times I'll see in the comments of those videos of women who are chronically single, other women being like, oh, well, have you thought about dating women? You might be a lesbian. I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, y'all, but some women are unfortunately straight. It sucks. Again, I just explained why it sucks being attracted to men. But the reality is that there are a good chunk of women who are straight, and we have no interest in dating women. And that's okay. And I think it's proof that sexuality is not a choice, because I would not choose to deal with this.
That's another thing. Who cares? Who cares what your friends are doing? How about you focus on yourself? You can tell this woman is chronically online as well. She's looking at all the other girlies' TikToks and seeing what they're up to, what they're doing, getting in and out of relationships, talking about situationships. You can tell that's exactly what this girl does. Who cares about all that? Why don't you just focus on yourself and what's in your life? What type of quality people are around you that you're maintaining friendships with or situationships with? This is about you. This ain't about everybody else. Who cares what everybody else is doing? At the end of the video, she was so scrambled, didn't even know what she was talking about. She just admitted again that she's jealous that her friends are getting into relationships, situationships, jumping in and out of them. And that's what she wants for herself, basically to be promiscuous. So this whole time, it had nothing to do with men. It had everything to do with she was trying to compete and compare herself to her friends. Done. End of story. That's exactly what was going on this whole entire time. And she couldn't even see it. She was too incompetent to see that she wanted to compete with her friends and live their lifestyle and not her own, and not do stuff on her pace. She clearly said that she was single and never even been with a man before later into her 20s, and then at the very tail end of her 20s, now she's jumping in and out of relationships, situationships, one-night stands. She's doing all this crazy shit, and she's finding out it's not fulfilling, and she still doesn't know what it is. She still just thinks, oh, I haven't met the right man. No guy could romance me. No guy is right. All men suck. But she doesn't realize that that she's just living this lifestyle through her friends because she's projecting what they told her onto herself now that she is dating and talking to men. How sad and pathetic. It is what it is though. We all gotta learn. Now this next video, this woman stitched this video and made her own response. Let's see what she has to say.
If all of my peers seem to be dating, seem to be getting boyfriends, having relationships.
I really just want to add like a little bit to this video. This part specifically because she already said in her video that the reason that she is single is because she's unimpressed with men. But then she talked about like her peers not doing that, like being in relationships and finding people to get engaged to and married to, whatever. That's because they put up with breadcrumbs. Like, because they don't care about anything. Like, they don't really have the self-respect, like, as much as that's like mean to say. That's the truth. That's why they're getting into relationships. That's why they're all booed up. Like, in this day and age, like you said, men are not where they need to be. Like, they're not doing what they need to be. Most men don't, and they don't care. Like, the women that are like all booed up, I'm not talking about all of them, obviously. Some people really met their soulmate, and that's great, that's wonderful.
Out the gate is just cope. Assuming that girls are dealing with breadcrumbs just because they're in a relationship is insane. That's just pure envy and jealousy right there. I don't get it. Clearly there's women out there who get the type of man that they want. I know these girls see it on their TikTok and Instagram every single day. They see one of their friends or some girl that they follow get married, going on trips with their man, even if the dude is a simp. But that's the lifestyle and that's what they want. Why can't they just accept the fact that there's better competition? I mean, a lot of dudes need to accept that as well. There's better competition. So if you want to be part of this competition, you need to better yourself in every single way that you can, mentally, physically, spiritually, even for some people, because they're just demons at heart. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to find a significant other, somebody to settle down with and somebody to have a family with. It starts with self-accountability and self-responsibility to take care of your own life. Nobody's coming to save you, and I think that's the one thing. A lot of these girls think there's going to be this Prince Charming coming to save her from her own dreaded ways or whatever it is. That doesn't really happen like that. And you shouldn't want it to happen like that. You should want to better yourself first and meet another person who's healed and bettered themselves, and then you guys could unite together.
It's more of a humiliation ritual to stay with a man who's not doing what you need him to do. To me, at least, like, I'm usually chronically single. Like, I'll get in a relationship, but as soon as it's like bullshit, I leave. I have really strong boundaries. I don't just put up with shit. Like, you're not gonna stress me out when my life is like already stressful. Like, bitch, I don't have time for that. I stress myself out enough to not have to deal with you. Like, I've actually known women like that who will put up with anything. Like, they'll put up with late replies, they'll put up with lack of effort, they'll put up with disrespect, cheating, all of it. Like, they'll put up with all of it because they don't want to be alone, because they want that title of like having a boyfriend. And to me, that's more like humiliating than never having a boyfriend, because she said in the video that she hasn't had a relationship and she's 28, and I feel like, girl, that's just a testament to your boundaries. That's just a testament to your strength. Like, good on you. If you're waiting out for the right person, you're doing the work to find that right person. You said you were looking for Prince Charming. Girl, you deserve it. There is a Prince Charming out there for everybody. You don't have to settle for anything. You don't have to settle for looks. You don't have to settle for emotional intelligence. You don't have to settle for any of that. Like, if you're not finding what you're looking for, then you need to keep searching until you do. Like, that's what I'm doing, at least. I just feel like it's so unnecessary to do, and by the time you do find someone, you are going to be so set. Like, you're going to be like, okay, yeah, this is the love of my life.
Yeah, she just confirmed it, that they're waiting to find a Prince Charming, or for a Prince Charming to find them. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. You can do that all that you want. You can have these standards and expectations for men. That's fine. But that doesn't mean that they're gonna find you. That doesn't mean that you're gonna find them. You yourself, the only thing that you can do is put your best foot forward, better yourself in every single way that you can, especially in the looks department, and only hope, pray that a man of value finds you. And if you have all this extra baggage, good luck, because most men who have options, they're not putting up with that baggage, no matter what it may be. And the types of men who do tolerate baggage, they're usually low quality. I have this weird, strange feeling that these girls are constantly getting with men who attractively look good, but deep down inside, they're not good people. I don't know what it is, but I just have this feeling those are the types of men that these girls particularly are going after. And I might say most women at that. I mean, no wonder you can't lock down a serious relationship, because the type types of men that approach you or the types of men that you approach are not even of good quality. Just because he's handsome, just because he could talk good, doesn't mean his character is on point. It doesn't mean that he's a good person. It doesn't mean he's a husband. It doesn't mean he's a father.
Like going on dates and being the situationship type and having that, like, that's already giving you experience. Like by the time you meet that one person, you'll know exactly that he is what you're looking for because you've been around so many men who weren't that. And other women are not going to have that because they're stuck in relationships where they're not happy because they don't want to be alone and they don't want to find that real person who's going to actually take care of them and actually love them and not hate them. There's literally a whole I hate my girlfriend trend on TikTok. That's like 90% of relationships. Like, I'm being so serious. Like, I've been around multiple women like that. They put up with cheating, they put up with abuse, they put up with all kinds of stuff. And the abuse thing is a little bit more nuanced. I understand that. But the first time somebody disrespects you or acts like they're going to hit you, because it's gradual. Like, anytime anybody's doing any of that, you should leave. That's the point where you're like, okay, no, this is now unsafe. I can't be with you. You need to have boundaries to date. You need to, and a boundary is like, if you do X, I'll do this. Basically, I'll get the fuck out of here if you do this, because whatever. And if you show that that's your boundary and you actually stand on shit, like, you're gonna live a much happier life. Like, that's just how I feel about it. Anyways, that's all I wanted to add to this video.
I don't know why she started talking about experience. That's one thing that men and women just don't need. This weird thing that, oh, I need experience with the other gender to get to know my type and what I like is just not true. You simply find somebody who has good morals, values, has some type of character that is just, somebody that you can count on, somebody who's honest. That's it. Right there, she tried to justify promiscuity. Ma'am, it's not gonna work. It sounds like that's the boat that you are in, and based on that little tapestry on your wall, we can tell that you probably do get around. It is what it is. If all of your friends are being abused and cheated on, ma'am, it's time to get some new friends, or it's time to look at who you are deep down inside, because maybe you're similar to these types of women. Now, I'm not trying to victim blame here, but at the exact same time, something's going on as to where everybody here in this friend group and in these relationships have to trauma bond in order to get along. Weird stuff here, man. Sometimes you need to take a look at yourself. Stop blaming the world. Sometimes you need to blame yourself. I don't know how the conversation got into that, but man, this is a cry for help if I've ever seen one. Ma'am, if all of your friends are in those type of situations, you need to call somebody, because that's not okay. I don't know why she brought that up at the end and try to sign out like it's a PSA, but ma'am, I don't know. Somebody needs to call somebody. Let me know what you guys thought about this video down below in the comment section. At the end of the day, it just seems like lack of accountability. Maybe they're the problem. They should probably think about that. If you're still here, like the video, subscribe, comment the word date. Make everybody in the comment section confused. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.